guys? Welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over this great email that was sent from a young subscriber. This is from a guy, he's in his late teens, so I'm guessing probably 18, 19 years old, I believe his freshman year in college. And he's writing in to share how, thanks to the channel and self-improvement, he has completely turned things around from being really in a bad place after his girlfriend dumped him. We've all been there. This girl was pretty much his first love, probably first a lot of things. And out of the blue, she dumped him. And obviously he was in a bad place. It impacted him and his grades in school and that semester, wrestling and all that. But our guy, instead of moping around too long, decided to take action upon it. He found my channel and started listening to the videos, learning from the other guys' experiences, and he started doing what most people don't do. He started focusing on self-improvement. Instead of just moping around and trying to get her back and begging or going out there and playing the field, trying to find the next girl, no. He's focusing on himself, getting his life back in order, hitting the gym, being the best he can be in school, and he's doing amazing. And he's writing in to share that experience. And that'll be a good one to go over here, guys, to show you. I'm sure many of you have noticed, you watch me a long time in the videos I cover, these guys have these bad stories of divorce, breakups, and all that. I always say at the end, take it day by day, join a gym or some kind of exercise facility like a martial arts school or boxing club. Get out there and better yourself. Focus on doing well in school if you're in school. Focus on moving up in your career, starting that business. Goals, accomplishments. That will make you feel better. Not going out and finding another girl. Notice a lot of people always tell you after a breakup, oh, there's plenty of fish in the sea. You got to get back out there. Well, how about working on you for a while? How about fixing problems you may have had that could cause an issue in the relationship? Who knows? And by the way, when you're out there working on yourself, self-improvement, it makes you a very attractive guy in the eyes of women. So when you fix yourself, you can get a better quality gal, your definition of a quality gal if you want. And so this guy's kicking butt. And that'd be a great one to go over here. Because like I said, guys, men are hardwired for accomplishment, goals, conquering. Back in the day, I'm talking hundreds, if not thousands of years ago, to conquer. Literally, we conquered. We'd raise a fucking army and off our neighbors and take their land. Or maybe we'd go and explore new land or get on a ship and explore uncharted waters. Well, nowadays, it could be you can conquer in other areas, in terms of transforming your body into great new looking body. You can start businesses. You can conquer the business world. You can rise up in your company. All sorts of ways for men to improve, to conquer. And those feelings of doing that, guys, I can't stress this enough, is better than any hot chick you could have. Setting a goal, working hard at it, seeing you flourish and kick butt in the world, way better than all the hot chicks you could possibly get and sleep with. Or that feeling you get when you're cuddled up with that girl you love on the couch watching Netflix on a rainy Sunday or something like that. Fuck that shit. There is nothing better than kicking ass in this world and taking names. And this guy's on this path. And that's why I'm doing this. And I can't emphasize to all you guys out there the importance and how great self-improvement and making something yourself will do for you and your life. Now, I said enough. It's been like 3 fucking minutes. Now I'll get into his story. So he says here, hello, SSM. I'm a frequent viewer of your RP content. I'm in my late teenage years and thus have not had very much experience in dating or dealing with females. So, okay, man, we were all there. But a while ago, I got dumped by a girl who I care for very much. She was the first woman I genuinely cared about, and I want our relationship to last. He says, I'm young, so I'm certainly deserving a smack for seeing a future with her. Well, no, I'm not going to smack you because it didn't sound like you made her your whole world. You just really liked her. Look, guys, for you, many of you that aren't aware of this, and a lot of you guys will be aware of this, usually that first girl you fall in love with and have a real good connection with, usually that's like late high school, early college, you imagine you're going to be with her forever. I did the same thing. You just couldn't imagine a life without her. Well, guess what? Those things usually don't work out. And guess what? Life goes on. So it's all right, but don't beat yourself too hard. It doesn't sound like you were like a major simp or anything. It's just that it was your first girlfriend, you loved her. But she dumped you. Who knows why? We didn't get into all that, but she did, and that's that. Anyway, being dumped put me in a very dark place. It was all I could think about, and my self-value went down significantly. It's happened to us all, dude. This all took place in the middle of my wrestling season and the hardest semester of classes that I had to manage. I couldn't focus on things that mattered to me, all because of what a woman did to me. Well, you were depressed. You were hurt. You were probably blindsided by all this. You didn't say anything about cheating or stuff like that, but regardless, this is a challenge life's putting in front of you. Because when you're I don't mean to sound condescending, but when you're an adult, when you're older with responsibilities, and something bad happens, you still got to go to work. You still got to earn a paycheck or go to your business and do your job to earn your profits because you have people relying on you. You got to pay the mortgage. You got to pay the car payment. You got to take care of the kids. So right here, this is your job, school and wrestling, because maybe you're on a scholarship. I don't know. So even though she hurt you, you got to go to your classes. You got to study. You got to take your tests. You got to go to wrestling practice. You got to compete. You got to stay in shape. This is tough, but this is teaching you about real life. The slump continued for a little while until I had a talk with my uncle while at his house watching UFC fights. He's had bad experiences with women in the past and has watched your channel, as well as other RP content. He gave me some very good advice about how to deal with women, and he also introduced me to your channel. Well, shout out to your uncle. And when you're old enough, you can buy him a six-pack for pointing you in my direction. I am extremely grateful that he did so, as I've never known about RP content until now. My father has raised me based on his experience with my mom, both of whom are devoted Christians, and rarely had problems with their relationship. Well, that's great. Your parents had a great relationship, but I guarantee you there's no marriage out there that doesn't have problems or disagreements and stuff like that. But they obviously chose to handle it like mature, loving adults and shield you and your probably siblings from that. While what they have is amazing for both of them, it is rare and shouldn't be how I should expect relationships with women to be. It should be what I strive for, but not what I should expect from any woman I meet. That's very wise, and yeah, especially in today's reality. Moving on, your content has substantially heightened my knowledge of women and relationships. I watch your channels almost every day, I take notes, and I have even introduced my friends to your channel. Well, I appreciate that, man. Now, the question is, do your friends actually watch me? Or they're like, okay, whatever, I'll check them out later. And then when they're dumped and hurting, then they'll come watch. Who knows? Looking back at my previous relationship, I've noticed many red flags that went unnoticed or were simply overlooked at the time. Aha! I'm sure it was hard to hear that. Hearing stories and you're like, oh man, shit, I can't believe I fell for that. Or I didn't see that. You're learning. Looking forward, I'll be more skeptical in my relationships, and I will question the things I would have previously overlooked. Good, you're learning. This is the idea. Hear other people's stories, guys, and that can help you in your situation so you don't make the same mistakes. That's why these guys write in all the time. They write in to get it off their chest and answers, but also help other guys. I'm sending you this email to thank you for the content you put out, and it's certainly been very educational to me, and in all honesty has changed the way I will look at females forever. I recognize that there are good ones out there, but they are few and far between. Bro, I agree. I know I got a lot of people on this that, nope, they're all the devil. I'm done forever. And while I can't blame guys for that opinion, especially guys been burned repeatedly, in my opinion, and not just that, my experience, there are good ones out there. It's just, like you said, few and far between. The knowledge I've learned and will continue to learn from your content will hopefully save me from doing things that would earn me a smack. Well, I'm sure you will do things that will earn you a smack, because it's one thing to listen to this material and, store it in your memory banks, if you will, than to actually be out there when you're ready, of course, and you've done your self-improvement and all that and got yourself to a better place, that hearing about it versus like experiencing it and living it, you're going to make mistakes. I'm telling you now, but because you'll be tested. The second some smoking hot chick comes your way, and even though you will have improved yourself greatly on multiple fronts as you're doing, and have learned a lot, still some things you may have handled things in the past may come to the surface. You're going to be tested. I'm telling you now. It's one thing to behave in a certain way around a chick that you just, whatever, is average or ugly. But a smoking hot chick that you click with and, that's the challenge, my friend. Can you still behave in a manner and what you've learned around the gals you really like? When you can, then you truly have gotten your black belt. Because of your content, I have overcome the slump that I have been in since. Because of your content, I've overcome this slump, and I have been since thriving in the gym and with school. Awesome, dude. That's what you're supposed to do. And yeah, I'm sure you feel great about that. That's called focusing on your purpose. It still sucks getting dumped, but it no longer negatively impacts me being able to do the things that are important to me. Your content has greatly set me up for success with relationships in the future, and I'm very appreciative for you to do that. Thank you for all that you do. You're making a difference in the lives of men and our society, and your work is very valuable. Thank you. Well, bro, thank you. Thank you for watching the channel, actually learning shit, and listening what I said about focusing on yourself, hitting the gym, doing well in school. That's awesome. Keep it up. Constantly set goals in the gym. You want to get stronger in your lifts. You want to reduce the body fat a little bit more and more as long as it's healthy. You want to get bigger, or you want to chisel, get more proportion, right? Whatever your goals in the gym. You want to do 25 fucking pull-ups. That'll be impressive. You want to be able to do so many push-ups. You want to be able to bench this, deadlift this, squat that, run a mile in this time frame, whatever. Go for it. You'll feel awesome. And it may take you a while to get to some of these goals, but as you're improving, you're going to feel great about yourself. And as you feel great about yourself, you're going to be walking tall, you're going to be feeling good. And that is not only attractive quality to women, but to people in general. Nobody wants to be friends with or hang out with some guys pissed off all the time, and you get the point. And apply these same goals towards other things. Right now, your purpose is school, to do well, so that you can then get yourself in a place you want to be, whatever your career path is. And along the way, who knows what may come your way, that maybe one day you go into business for yourself. I don't know. That is a better feeling, the sense of accomplishment on all these things, than some pussy. Because you're young, and a lot of young guys watch me, but I'm telling you guys, after a while, at the end of the day, pussy's pussy. You'll see enough boobs. When you see one pair of tits, you see them all. Okay, yeah, there's big ones, look like fucking watermelon. Well, not watermelons, cantaloupes. To little small ones and fit little bodies, or asses and pussies, whatever. There's a point that after a while, dime a dozen, big deal. But young guys get so fixated on that and see as much as they can, they let the important things slide. So you're going to realize there's more things to life than getting some ass and all that, because it's a small percentage of the time. Or you don't need some girl to cuddle with you on the couch to watch Netflix to feel wholesome and whole and amazing and all that. No. Kicking ass in this world and your goals, that's going to make you feel amazing. That makes the pussy, that makes the tits and the ass, that's nothing. Small potatoes compared to what you feel of a sense of an accomplishment, making something of yourself. So continue on with that, kicking butt in the gym, in school, in wrestling, all the things you have goals with. And when you're ready, then you can jump back into the ring, if you will, on the dating scene. And hopefully you've learned a lot of things since then, and you can apply it and be better off. And as for getting dumped, nobody likes getting dumped. But guess what? Pretty much everybody watching this at least once has been dumped. And you can either do it, unfortunately most guys do, and let it impact you in a negative way, or you can use it as a learning experience. You may look back on this moment and say, hey, you know what? When I got dumped, it broke my heart. It really hurt and all that happened. But you know what? Look what came from it. I found this dude's channel. I learned a lot. It set me on a whole new trajectory of self-improvement. My life got infinitely better because of getting dumped, because you chose to do something about it. You chose to find a silver lining to this, to take some good out of a bad situation. And that's what I want all you guys to do when hardship comes your way. And I'm not just talking about getting dumped or divorced. Any hardship that comes your way, what can you learn from this? What can I do to challenge myself to, turn this thing around, That's what I want you to do. And you'll be amazed at the results. And if you have that attitude towards everything in life, your life's going to get infinitely better. That's why I'm doing this video. So anyhow, guys, I've talked a lot in this story. His story actually wasn't that long, but I really wanted to hit home about the importance of self-improvement, goals, making something of yourself, the power it has to transform your life. And this guy's late teens. He's like 18, 19. Imagine where he's going to be in 10 years if he's on this path. So, bro, good for you. And again, I'm telling you now, don't get cocky, because the second some pretty girl comes around, you'll be tested on what you've learned. Trust me. And you're going to make mistakes. I'm telling you now, you're not going to walk out of this a Jedi Master. You're going to make mistakes. And that's okay. But just learn from them. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Give this young guy a shout out. Show him some love on his path to his black belt, if you will, and R-Pill and other things like that. And also, guys, you got a good story to share or question to ask me, send it my way. strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I'll cover it. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.